Welcome back, everybody, to our study of the Way of the Bodhisattva. We are going to continue with the Padmakara translation. And right now we are on verse 13. As though they passed through perils guarded by a hero, even those weighed down with dreadful wickedness will instantly be freed through having bodhicitta. Why do those who fear their sins not have recourse to it? So why does he say the bodhicitta is like a bodyguard? Remember, here he's telling you all the reasons why you should cultivate bodhicitta, and he's saying that even if you committed great heinous deeds, that this will protect you, right? The commentary literally says that even if you've committed those most egregious, like killing an arhat, that you'll still be protected. And why is that so? Because this works on the force of aspiration, right? So normally we're being propelled by karma, and karma is, there's no way to avoid the consequences. But when you step into aspiration, you step out of karma because your motivation is different. One is to protect the self-fixation, and one is this aspiration we're choosing to benefit all sentient beings. So it's saying it's like having a powerful bodyguard. It means you're not absolved from what you did wrong, that somehow you were proven to be innocent. It's saying that even when they come for you, they won't be able to take you because you have this bodyguard. And in the commentary, he says that even if you do go to hell, it'll be for only a moment. You'll like bounce in and out like a ball, is what he says, right? So even if we still have to have some of the karmic consequences of our previous actions, they'll be very quick due to the purifying and powerful force of bodhicitta. So keeping this bias and making sure that we are operating under this motivation for our actions instead of protecting the self-identity will completely protect us from all of our past misdeeds, which means we can let go of them. We don't have to think about them. We don't have to worry about them. We can move forward with this new motivation. Verse 14, just as by the fire that will destroy the world, great sins are surely and at once consumed by it. Its benefits are thus unbounded, as the wise and loving Lord explained to Shudna. So the fire at the end of time is famous because it leaves no ash, right? That means no guilt, no trace. This removes it all. You know probably about the 4 powers through confession and taking on this positive activity and regret and a vow not to do it again. You can be absolved of karmic consequence, right? We can even purify karma. So in addition to being protected from karmic consequence, we are actually being purified of karma at the same time, because there's no way to hold in mind both negative intentions and bodhicitta. So we're being purified continuously. It's just like you can't start a fire with a fire extinguisher, right? It's contrary to its nature. So by holding bodhicitta, we are protected from all future negativity, as long as we keep holding this motivation, and it consumes all of our past negative karma like a fire at the end of the eon, which leaves no ash, completely removes it without us having to worry about it at all. Verse 15, bodhicitta, the awakened mind, is known in brief to have 2 aspects. First, aspiring bodhicitta and intention, then active bodhicitta, practical engagement. So we're shifting gears here now. Now he's told you all the reasons why you should take up bodhicitta, and now he's going to tell you what it means to take it up. And so he's saying that there's 2 kinds, bodhicitta in intention and bodhicitta in action, and these are described in different ways in different commentaries and different lineages. But essentially, the main way of explaining it is they say it's like the wish to go and then going. There's also some like Longchenpa who say that one is the wish to attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings, and one is the intention to practice the paramitas, right? So there's different ways of looking at it, but essentially I think the easiest way for most of us to think about it is that we could have the wish to do it, but that's beneficial. We could have the wish to become a Buddha, but how could you have the wish to become a Buddha and then do nothing about it? That seems insane to me, but I'm sure that there are some people who just kind of hold loosely this idea and never actually, go for it. People who maybe kind of watch videos and are inspired by a teacher or a book, but their motivation keeps sinking after their inspiration, right? Because they talk about 5 different kinds of ways to really make this take hold. And the first one is that inspiration that comes from a teacher or a book. And it's also the weakest one, right? Because you've experienced this. You get a brief flash of inspiration and then it's spent. The other ones have to do with actually beginning to engage with merit building activities, etc. And this is what makes that faith become certain, right? We need the faith to go from just an inspiration to certainty, and that comes through practice. So when we begin engaging in generosity as the step one, right? In the intention to benefit sentient beings, then we're engaging and we're taking the bodhicitta in action. And the beauty of the Vajrayana and in the bigger scope of Tibetan Buddhism, which brings in a lot of these elements, is that we don't have to wait for us to have enough money to make the generous act. We can visualize, we can multiply, we can offer some incense, and then we can visualize that offering being infinite. We can take our meal and bless it and offer it to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and imagine it being an infinite feast like Samantabhadra's offering. So we can use the mind to increase the potency combined with the bodhicitta motivation, giving us more and more opportunities. And in the mind training text, it talks about different things that you can do, like little mind training slogans, like when you walk through a door, say, may all beings enter the path of bodhicitta. And when you take a shower, may all beings be cleansed of all negativities. And when you eat a meal, may everyone enjoy warm, delicious food. And when you take a drink, may everyone who's thirsty have something nice to drink. You can turn everyday activities all the time into generous acts and aspirations. You know, when you feel fearful, you can think, may everyone who feels fear and anxiety be freed from it. You know, we can take our pain and we can take our pleasure and we can benefit sentient beings through it. So that's when really the rubber starts to meet the road with this, and we actually begin to engage with this path. And as I explained in the beginning, the way that Patrul Rinpoche approaches this text is that in the beginning, we're talking about how to bring about bodhicitta. Then he's going to talk about how to make sure you don't lose it. And then he's going to talk how to amplify it, right? So right now, we're just talking about bringing rise to this and stepping on the path of the Bodhisattva. So I hope you're finding it helpful. I hope you're engaging in these practices. The other materials you can study are the Nectar of Mañjushrī's speech. That's the commentary that I am using to study it. But there's also many others, like the Great Hung and other various commentaries. But mostly I find the Nectar of Mañjushrī's speech to be the most helpful. And then, of course, Trungpa Rinpoche's Training the Mind and Cultivating Loving Kindness and Compassion. That book is really helpful for this path. So I hope you're enjoying it, and we'll see you next time.